First time out will go from that favoured outside gate, and Woofenden will be looking to improve here. 4 certainly gives you a great impetus initially away from the tapes. It must be grippy down there, up against the fence. Bewley there just bashing around with his steel shoe, trying to find a good spot to start from. Good looking race this. The 2 Australians, of course, racing against each other here, winning the Speedway of Nations as a pair, of course. But this is an individual event. It's the World Championship on the line. Heat number takes her up and we're underway. Woofenden's made a good start and he's absolutely nailed it into that first corner. Bewley then joining him as they come out of the first turn, and the 2 British riders are away. The Australian pair at the back with Jack Holder almost turning the bike inside out. Woofenden's out in front. Dan Bewley chasing hard in second place. Can he find the speed? Can he find a way through? Because Woofenden really looks intent on picking up his first win of the night. Out in front then, the former world champion Ty Woofenden beginning to stretch his legs now.
Yeah, Ty solid out front. Dan Bewley's pulled a few lines in the first lap and a half, but he's always nervous about what's going on behind him and where Jack Holder might be making an attack from. Race is settling down. I tell you what, no love lost on the first lap between the Speedway of Nations winning pairing of Jack Holder and Max Frick.
Down the back straight for the last time. Woofenden will be so much happier now. Disappointing first ride, but responds in fine style. Bewley also picking up the pace, coming through in second place, and the Australian pair in third and fourth. But for Dan Bewley and Ty Woofenden, that gets them on the score chart for the first time, and they'll be much happier about the evening now. Ty Woofenden in particular there, coming through in front, 3 points. Dan Bewley in second place, 2 solid points for him. Jack Holder back in third, who was quite ruthless with his teammate there, Max Frick, who fails to score 1 point for Jack. And a good race, and certainly for Ty Woofenden, after a disappointing opening gambit, that was much more like it from him.
Yeah, Ty Woofenden had to come off gate 3 in his opening ride. No points from there, but no mistakes in this one from gate 4 as he just comes across, stops the run of Dan Bewley. I think he realised that was where the challenge was coming from, and the opening lap here, the Speedway of Nations winning pair giving each other a bit of a hard time. And you can see there Jack Holder just turning the bike and deciding, yep, got to stop your run up the inside, Max, sorry mate. But every point counts in this World Championship. But the race settled down, and Dan Bewley a couple of points, Ty Woofenden taking all 3 after a disappointing start for the pair of them.
Yeah, good ride from Woofenden, and that will just settle the nerves a wee bit in that camp, that's for sure. So Dan Bewley also getting on the score chart for the first time this evening. So here we are then. Heat number 7 on the side is Pavel Szapelski in red. Martin Vashlik will come out of gate number 2 in blue. Mikkel Mikkelsen from gate number 3 in white. Andrei Lebedev's with that warning will go from gate number 4, and Lebedev's, you know, if he gets away, he will wind it on. He's not frightened at all of going very quickly indeed. And as I say, for Lebedev's, this is a great opportunity. He had a hard time in Wroclaw, but there's no doubt that he's very keen to make his mark. He's a determined character. He's a former European champion, of course, so he has credentials to ride at this highest level. Pavel Szapelski on the inside has had a hard time. He's found the step up into Grand Prix difficult this year, and almost certainly won't be with us next year, but he'll come back. He'll battle his way back, I'm sure. So here we go then, heat number 7. Riders coming forward. Start Marshall is happy. He walks away. Green light comes on now. Tapes are up and we're away. And then all of a sudden that's a much more even break, and Mikkelsen out of gate 3. That's a tremendous effort from him. Here comes Martin Vashlik. No, he doesn't quite get there. Szapelski's up the inside, but Martin Vashlik really diving in hard into turns 3 and 4, but it's Szapelski still hanging on in second place. But for Mikkel Mikkelsen with a broken left ankle, what a start that was from gate number 3, defying all the odds when nobody scored points from there. He was jet propelled and he looks really good in front, and this is exactly what he needs.
Yeah, Vashlik just breaking down at the back there, but great stuff from Mikkelsen. The stadium erupted as he hit the front on the first turn from the unfavoured gate 3. As you rightly say, he's in a lot of pain. He can hardly walk, let alone ride his bike, but I would say he actually looks a little bit happier out there in front than he does trying to climb the podium on the presentation.
He does indeed. Bad luck for Martin Vashlik, really. is a bitterly disappointing ride there for him, but out in front, the reverse is the case for Mikkelsen. That was an impressive performance. And once again, the Danish fans are delighted with that. Really was a roar as he hit the front. And they're backing their own here tonight, that's for sure. And Mikkel Mikkelsen produces the goods when he really needed to. A handy race win for him. Got to say, Martin Vasilik, well, that's a tough one, that one is. And his night has not started as well as he would have liked, of course not. But the result then is Mikkelsen out in front, 3 points. Pavel Shapelski, a good second place for him, 2 points. Andrei Lebedev's 1 point for him. And the luckless Martin Vasilik missing out in heat number 7.
Great ride for Mikkelsen, and especially coming from gate 3, which has been an absolute graveyard. And he manages to get the bike all the way there. He doesn't jump particularly hard, but he just drives the bike to the corner. Shapelski on the inside, I don't think he would have expected Mikkelsen to have made that good a start. And hits the front, really doesn't look back. We know he's in discomfort, and Martin Vasilik coming under fire here, and then he breaks down on the second lap. It's a disappointing start for him, but Mikkelsen out front, looking good, and I'm sure he's happy to be on the bike because he looks like he's really struggling to walk.
Yeah, he did, and hobbling around. Certainly looks in a lot of discomfort, but out in front, he looked very comfortable indeed, and did a fine job for himself. And a win is good news indeed. So we're up to heat number 8 now, and on the inside in red is Robert Lambert. Gate number 2 is Jason Doyle in blue. Freddie Lindgren will come out of gate number 3 in white, and Maciej Janowski will go from the outside. And Doyle and Lindgren winning their first 2 races will be looking very much to kick on now. And Robert Lambert with a solid second place. Certainly a very competitive heat here to complete this second block of races. Each rider will then have completed 2 outings, and a picture will begin to emerge of who's going well and who's not going quite so well. Lambert clearly unhappy about something there on the inside, possibly a cameraman, but that appears to be all sorted out. So riders just moving forward now. Can Lindgren do something similar to what Mikkelsen did out of gate 3 this time, or will Jason Doyle produce another sparkling ride like he did first time out? Here we go then. Start Marshall walks away, takes her up, and we're away with heat number 8, and it's Janowski there from the outside. Roars into the first corner, the outside line just working a little bit better, but Lambert coming back at him, but he then slams the door shut, Janowski, as they go through turns 3 and 4 on the opening lap. Freddie Lindgren, look at Lambert coming up the inside, fine effort from him, found the drive, took Janowski by surprise, and Robert Lambert riding superbly well to get himself to the front. Lindgren and Doyle having a real battle for 3rd and 4th, but for Robert Lambert, oh, here comes Janowski again, smashing races. Possibly the best race of the night so far. Yeah, without question. 2 races going on, and Doyle putting a lot of pressure on Lindgren at the back. But Robert Lambert out front really made the bike work around the inside on the opening lap. Down plenty of traction, and Janowski's not giving in. But he just can't find the lines. Robert Lambert really making the bike work nicely now. One last turn to go then for Robert Lambert, who's ridden out of the top draw there. Really sparkling effort from him. Comes through and wins the race. Heat number 8 is his. Maciej Janowski initially hit the front, but Lambert had other ideas and rode really nicely. And where did he find that grip from? And round the inside, really did produce something a bit special there to get himself to the front. And Freddie Lindgren hanging on for 3rd place, but here we see the result then. Robert Lambert, 3 points for him. Maciej Janowski back in 2nd place, 2 points. Freddie Lindgren 3rd, 1 point for him. And Jason Doyle failing to score in heat number 8. But I must say, Robert Lambert's effort there was terrific. Lambert now out in front on 5 points alongside Patrick Dudek. Freddie Lindgren on 4, Liam Madsen on 4, Mikkelsen the same, Rasmus Jensen 4, Jason Doyle on 3, and Ty Woofenden on 3. 8 races completed, plenty of speedway still to come. Robert Lambert there talking with his father, and well, he's taken some confidence from his podium finish in front. Great start from the inside. Maciej Janowski again making that outside gate work well, running straight to the dirt line, and he gets himself in front as they head into turn 3 on lap 1.
But Robert Lambert just creeps around the inside. We know he's got good throttle control. He shows that time and time again. Can make the bike work really, really well. And he certainly does around the inside on Maciej Janowski. As we think that the grip is out there by the fence, he just gets up on the inside. Lovely line. He's actually not gone as far as Janowski. He's gone no further than he needs to find maximum traction. And a wise move from Robert Lambert.
Yeah, that was a really mature ride there from Robert Lambert, and clearly a rider feeling it. The bike set up spot on, and to come up the inside of Janowski, no mean feat, and he moves on to 5 points from his first 2 rides. And great work so far from the rider who finished third in Wrocław on his first time on the podium. So a good effort from him. So terrific stuff. And let's get some reaction now with Scott Nicholls. He's going to be joined by Mikkel Mikkelsen.
Yeah, Mikkel Mikkelsen joins me now. I'll keep it quick because he's in a lot of pain, but Mikkel, the only one to make it off 3, that was a pretty awesome start.
Yeah, I surprised myself a little bit there. You know, obviously gate 1 and 4 is looking really good at the moment, and the guys from gate 2 and 3 have been struggling a little bit. So yeah, made a pretty decent start there.
Maybe a little bit of a silly question, but just for the viewers at home, how is the ankle?
Well, obviously I'm riding, so it's good enough, but it's not perfect. It's not really getting better, but it's not getting worse. So right now we are pretty good.
Well, a few more race wins like that to keep you happy, so I'll let you get on with the night, and good luck. Thank you.
Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it.
Fine effort so far from Mikkelsen, clearly in a lot of discomfort, and had a knee injury earlier this year, so he's had a tough season. Take a look at the pit cams there and see all the action going on, with mechanics in particular now having to do the hard yards to keep their bikes and their riders happy, and something that DSC have brought to the sport this year. So we'll have a look at the gate stats again here as well after everybody's had 2 races each. And no surprise to see gate 4 still working quite nicely. 2 off the inside, nothing out of gate number 2, and 1 race. And we just spoke to the rider out of gate number 3 that won from there, and he said he surprised himself, Chris.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think he surprised us, certainly. It was a cracking start. We know he can make good starts, but gate 3 really quite unsuccessful tonight. It's been an absolute nightmare. And yeah, you know, you go out for a race, you know you've got gate 3. When there's one gate that just isn't working, it's a strange mind game for you. You tend to start thinking about how you're going to handle the first turn, because you almost convince yourself that there's no way you can actually hit the front from there. But he did manage to do it. Great stuff.
He did, and it was great stuff. So here, it's no doubt that he'll be looking to push on from there, that's for sure. So fans here in large numbers, and enjoying themselves as the sun goes down, and it's a beautiful scene here in the vojens Speedway Centre. And let's get some more reaction now with Scott Nicholls. He's working hard. He's got Leon Madsen with him.
Okay. So Leon Madsen, he's now trying to set the lights up. He's got everything dialed in right tonight. Leon, you said you're not necessarily a big fan of vojens, but you certainly showed you like the track in that one.
Yeah, you know, it was a pretty decent start I made from gate 4. Dudek, he also made a good one from gate 1, and I just felt like I had more speed in the bike than he had, and maybe he was a little bit passive on the inside, so I just let it run on the outside and kept full throttle, and finally I passed him, and I think that was a good one for the crowd here today.
I'm sure the Danish fans are happy with that. You said you got the speed there, which definitely showed. How much of a positive input has it had working with Brian Carger?
Yeah, a lot. You know, he's here with me today, helping me in the pit, and we're trying something new stuff like I told you about in Wrocław, and still it's going in the right direction, and we still have more tools in the toolbox coming out in the next few rounds, and hopefully we will take a step more forward, and so we come out next year very strong.
I expect there's a few people who want to borrow some of those tools. You keep saying you focus on 2023, which is admirable, that's great, but you must still have your eyes on the prize for 2022.
For sure, I would like to keep my second place in 2022, but obviously I would also like to win, and everyone don't need to doubt me. You know, I'm giving my 100% and fighting everything I can to catch Bartek, but it's not only up to me. Even I win the last 3 rounds, you still need to have a few not so good GPs. And but you know, everything can happen, and I'm up for it. You know, I give it my all, and then we have to see what's going to happen.
Well, that's all you can do, mate. It's a tough business. I'll let you get back to it. Good luck.
And I just have to say something to the Danish fans, in Danish if I can, you know. Tak alle sammen for opbakning, og jeg kunne godt høre, at Aarhus blev ved med den kæmpe støtte. Det er super fedt. Tak skal I have.
I think we know roughly what that meant. Good luck, mate. Thank you.
There we go then, Leon Madsen, a crowd favourite and doing the business, and that last ride from him was very impressive indeed to get round the outside of the also very impressive first time out winner Patrick Dudek. Bartosz Marslik, of course, will be now having to grind it out a little bit. He's had a steady start by his very high standards to this evening, just 2 points from his opening 2 rides. So work to be done there for the championship leader. And with Matt Madsen, excuse me, on 4 points, he's had a good solid start to the SGP here in Vojens. Riders are back out on track, and heat number 9 is not too far away from us. And we see Ty Woofenden out for his 3rd ride here. And after a disappointing opening ride, he's now had gate number 4 and have gate number 1 this time. So he goes out of there in the red helmet colour. Matsej Janowski alongside him in blue. Rasmus Jensen, who's changed the bike actually, he'll come out of gate number 3 in white, and Pavel Szapelski going out of gate number 4. The letters underneath the graphics mean which bike they have chosen, so if you see a different letter, that means that they are actually trying their spare bike, and Rasmus Jensen had B and A, so just trying to see if his second bike is a little bit more competitive than the first one.
Yeah, Rasmus had an unfortunate situation in qualifying when he tipped one upside down doing a practice start.
Yeah, he won't thank you for reminding everybody about that, but it was a touch embarrassing, and he did have a bit of a smile and a joke about it subsequently. But started in grand style actually, Rasmus here, the wild card, and he's got 4 points, and he's in the points in his opening 2 rides, so looking to kick on from there. Ty Woofenden, of course, who we've mentioned has had not the season he was looking for, and needs to come with some big performances. He's outside the top 8. He's in 8th place on 64 World Championship points coming into this evening's event. So work to be done to secure that top 6th place, which guarantees you a 2023 berth for next year's championship. We're away. It's a great start on the inside from Woofenden. Szapelski's there alongside him, but he's gone too wide, and that allows Rasmus Jensen up the inside. Jensen coming on strong with Matsej Janowski out the back, but an absolutely textbook start there from Ty Woofenden. Terrific stuff from him. Jensen settling in 2nd place, a good effort, particularly when you consider he's come from gate number 3. It's a bit spread out. And Matsej Janowski struggling back in 4th place, but no such worries for Ty Woofenden. Failed to score first time out, but he's out in front here, and this is good stuff from the former champion.
Yeah, take confidence from this. 2 race wins on the bounce if he can stay there, looking comfortable. Rasmus Jensen picking up 2 more big points. Dropped a couple of points in his 2nd ride, but in good company with Dudek, Marslik, Madsen. So another solid ride from Rasmus Jensen.
Indeed it is. Just one final corner to go for Ty Woofenden. That is impressive. Not only was it a good start, it was 4 perfect laps and showed great speed. And after a disappointing opening ride where he was tailed off, he's recovered brilliantly and moves on to 6 points from 3 outings, and that will settle the camp down very nicely indeed. Rasmus Jensen enjoying a good night of work as well. So the result of heat number 9 then, 3 points for Ty Woofenden. Rasmus Jensen back in 2nd place, 2 points. Pavel Szapelski 3rd and 1 point for him, and Matsej Janowski misses out there, and that's disappointing for him. Just 3 points from his opening 3 rides, so work to be done for the Polish rider, but for Ty Woofenden this was perfect.
Absolutely perfect textbook start. You can see he just looks to the right. He knows the challenge is going to be coming from gate 4. It's been so successful, and he can see Szapelski there, so he moves across. At that point, Rasmus Jensen thinks he can take advantage of Ty's move out wide, but wasn't able to find the traction on the inside. You can see Rasmus Jensen there in 2nd place, just working the throttle coming off the corner. He's got the bike hooking up before the finish line, and at the back there, Janowski and Szapelski bashing handlebars. And, well, Janowski 0 points from that one.
Not ideal, is it? But he's got a couple of races to bounce back, and he'll need to possibly win both of them to make sure of a semi-final berth. Woofenden, 6 points, and with a gate number 2 and a gate number 4 to come, must have a very good chance of progressing through to the semi-finals at the very least. And what I'm sure he'll be taking a lot of encouragement from was the speed he had once again out in front. So happy days in the Woofenden camp right now. Heat number 10 is with us, and we'll run through the lineup for you right now. Freddie Lindgren will go from the inside in red. Bartosz Marslik needs points. He comes out of gate number 2 in blue. Martin Vasilik out of gate number 3 in white, and Max Frick off the outside in yellow, and it's changed his bike here this time.
Yeah, Schmarzlik's up against it here. Just 4 race points have come from gate 2, so that's not really a lot better than gate 3. In fact, gate 3 has scored more race points, so going to be tough from there. But Max Frick can't rule him out from the outside gate at the moment.
No, you can't. And Max, who's had a tough time in the Grand Prix campaign subsequent to that win earlier on in the season, so needs to take every opportunity if he possibly can. But he's in, well, almost certainly will be in for next year. And we'll see how that plans out for him. Freddie Lindgren now coming forward on that inside gate. Start Marshall's happy, moves away. Heat number 10 tapes up, and we're away. Martin Vasilik's made a good start from gate 3. It's tied, but look at that from Smarslik. Really determined. He's on the back wheel out of the first corner, but he hangs on to it. Frick coming through in the second place. Lindgren back in third, and the luckless Martin Vasilik out in front. But what a response this is from Smarslik, the championship leader, under pressure. Just a couple of points to his name after 2 rides, and this is normal service resumed here, Chris, because he's looking not only really ruthless in that first corner, he's got plenty of speed as well.
It's going to be tough from gate 2, Kelvin, but Smarslik once again just proves me completely wrong, and rockets from the start. He had to work hard, but he got himself there. And Max Frick from the outside gate be kicking himself that he couldn't make it from there, but Bartosz Smarslik once again, you know, he goes back to the pits. He's won a last time out, and they work things out. They've got the bike hooking up not only from the start but on the track too.
So through the last corner, Bartosz Smarslik wins comfortably. Max Frick back in second place. I've got to say that Martin Vasilik so far this evening, it just hasn't been his night. Bike packs up again, and that's desperately disappointing, but say normal service resumed for Bartosz Smarslik, the championship leader. Wins his first race of the night, and all of a sudden he's beginning to make his presence felt after failing to score last time. But as Martin Vasilik trudges off the track, I mean, that really is tough luck on him with 2 engine failures or failures on track. So the result then of heat number 10 is 3 points for Bartosz Smarslik. Max Frick back in second place, 2 points. Freddie Lindgren in third, 1 point for him, and Martin Vasilik fails to score. But for that man, he always responds, doesn't he? He just finds it when he really needs it, working hard in the pits, and this was a bit special.
This was very special, yeah. It didn't make a great jump. Gate 2 hasn't been successful, but boy did he work hard, and the throttle control there to get the bike down, keep it going forward and not lose his momentum was exactly what we expect from Bartosz Smarslik. He is the series leader. And well, here we go. You see the throttle go off, it goes back on, off. Just love watching that right hand. The guy is an artist when it comes to throttle control, and pulls away in this race and moves on to 5 points.
Yeah, looking good now, and got a sound foundation to build on with 2 more qualifying races to come for the championship leader. And he has a fine record here. He has won and has a second place to his name last time against Artem Laguta, but with gate 4 and gate 1 to come, you must believe that he's certainly going to build on that 5 points and move reasonably comfortably through to the semi-final. So here we are then, heat number 11, and once again pressure on. Jason Doyle, who started so well, failed to score last time. He will go from the inside in red. Leon Madsen out of gate number 2 in blue. Andrei Lebedevs comes from gate number 3 in white. And Dan Bewley going from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Just 2 points to his name, Dan Bewley, so needs to find a win now if he can. But it won't be easy because Leon Madsen's got some pace. And we've just seen Bartosz Smarslik win from gate 2.
Yeah, and he'll take heart from that. Very, very quick in his previous race, passing Dudek.
Here we go then. Heat number 11, green light comes on. We're underway. Good start initially from Doyle, but Dan Bewley's made a fantastic effort round the outside. It's neck and neck between Doyle and Bewley down the back straight. Bewley really having to wind it on. Fires himself to the front, closes the door. This is more like it from Bewley, but Doyle coming on strong. Tied between the first two. Doyle up the inside. Block passes Bewley. Now can he square the corner off? No, he can't quite get there. That's some response from Jason Doyle out in front. Lebedev's back in third place for Bewley. Bewley comes back, fires himself to the front. Proper speedway here in heat number 11, and Bewley really winding it on.
Fantastic opening couple of laps from Dan Bewley and Jason Doyle, making moves that we see in the UK all the time from him, but now the race has settled down. Dan Bewley showing the pace that he's got in that bike. He really is riding well. He's moved out, he's able to ride exactly where he wants. He's got the bike hooking up and going very, very quickly.
Bewley wins the race at the canter in the end. Shock there for Leon Madsen, who misses out this time out of gate number 2, but brilliant race for the first 2 laps there between Jason Doyle and Dan Bewley. Really did put on a fabulous demonstration of skill and determination. But Bewley coming out on top, he needed it, and he produced when he had to, so he picks up the win. 3 points for him. Jason Doyle back in second place, 2 points. Andre Lebedev's back in third, 1 for him. Leon Madsen, who was going along very nicely, all of a sudden missing out that time, and it just shows you how unpredictable Grand Prix Speedway can be. But for Dan Bewley, certainly this was a really impressive ride.
A very impressive ride. It didn't get the bike hooked up off the initial jump from the start line, but he really worked it to the corner, found some great traction, and then Jason Doyle made him work very hard down the back straight, got his arms stretched and just found that a little bit of extra pace to drop it across Doyley. And then Jason Doyle makes a great cutback, roars up the inside straight as a block pass. He goes straight past him in front of him, and Dan Bewley at that point can't respond. But this is where Jason Doyle, I have to say, makes a mistake, runs out wide. The bike just straightens itself up going in the corner. Then he decides, okay, I've got to go out there in the deep stuff. But Dan Bewley, brilliant race from him, and 3 more points.
Yeah, superb ride from Dan Bewley after a steady start. First race in particular out of gate 2 really was off the pace, but subsequently 5 points from the next 2 outings. That will be much more satisfactory for him. So we're up at tapes once again here now, and heat number 12 will see the completion of the 3rd block of rides. Everybody would have completed 3 outings, and Patrick Dudek is here. He will go from the inside in red. Robert Lambert going along very nicely out of gate number 2 in blue. Jack Holder looking for more points this time out of gate number 3 in white. And Mikkel Mikkelsen on 4 points off the outside in yellow. Mikkelsen doing a good job considering his physical state, but looks more comfortable racing in a Grand Prix than he does actually walking up and down the pit area. But he's got some big hitters here. Certainly Dudek doing well. Robert Lambert is on 5 points from his first 2 rides, so Robert's certainly got the bit between his teeth this evening. Here we go then, heat number 12. Oh, well, that is desperately disappointing. But I say Dudek may have moved a touch, but for young Robert Lambert there, just charging through the tapes.
I spoke about it earlier, the pressure you put yourself under when you come up to the start line, when you know a gate position is not working particularly well. I think that was just Robert having, just anticipating a little bit, just looking for the movement.
Did move a fraction.
There's a fraction movement there, but I think Robert just put himself under pressure to try and make a decent start off a bad starting position.
Yeah, a great shame, but it's going to have to just go back and settle down. He's got a couple more opportunities, of course, with 5 points to his name. It's not disaster, but it doesn't make the job any easier when this happens. I do think Dudek moved a fraction here, and I think as a consequence Robert was then underway. There we see it. But it happens at in all forms of speedway, whatever level this does, and it's something that you just got to come to terms with.
It did follow the movement from Dudek immediately, so I think it was partly a reaction to that.
It was indeed, so disappointment for Lambert, but all is not lost there. The blue exclusion light on, which is no surprise at all when he completely destroyed the tapes, and we'll have a rerun with just the 3 of them, although possibly we'll see Benjamin Basso. Yes, we will. So the track reserve coming out here is a great opportunity for Benjamin Basso. He will come out of gate number 2. He's a rider we've seen plenty of in the UK. He rides in 2 leagues there. And talking to his mechanic, Richard Jewell, he says that his progress has been sensational this season, Chris.
Yes, yeah, the pandemic came along at just the wrong time for this young man and his career, missing out on racing for that season, but working very, very hard subsequently, doing lots of league racing, getting every opportunity, taking every opportunity that he gets. And he's all action, and he will be mixing it in this one.
Yes, he is all action, but he's young, so you can excuse
Enthusiastic.
that. Enthusiastic, yeah. But looking forward to seeing him have a go here. As I say, second time of asking them for heat number 12, and the reason